What up, book nerds, and welcome to the Bookalo Review. I'm Ursula, your friendly neighborhood passionista, and your lovable book nerd. And today, we're going to talk all about fan fiction. Now, before we get started, I know what you're thinking. Look at me. I'm not all made up. Well, that's because I just got off work and I was so excited to talk about fan fiction, I didn't feel like changing. And hey, I'm a nanny, so this is my work attire and I'm proud of what I do. I love what I do. So I'm just gonna rock it. Anyways, fan fiction. Words cannot express how much I love fan fiction. It's so good. You can find so many awesome stories on fan fiction. And when you're done with the book and you want to know what else happens, or if anything else happens, or you just want to hear what somebody else thinks happens, you go to fan fiction, which is me. I get so attached to my characters. A lot of the times I want the story to continue, so I'll head over to fan fiction and I'll see what they got. My favorite site has to be the original FanFiction.com. It's the best. I have never found another fanfiction site that has what that site has. A lot of people are like, oh, Wattpad. Honestly, I'm not a very big fan of Wattpad. It just doesn't have the amount of stories and the categories that fanfiction.com has. So I have to say, if you're gonna pick any fanfiction site, it's that one. Now, I got into fanfiction because in high school, I was super into the show Roswell. And unfortunately, it ended after 3 seasons. I was heartbroken. So I turned to fan fiction and I've never gone back. I love it. Fan fiction gave me the outlet I needed for a show that I was obsessed with. Especially when you're in high school, you get so attached to things that it kind of becomes unhealthy. So that's kind of what happened to me. And yeah, well, it was bad. I was obsessed. God, I loved Roswell. I still love Roswell. If you haven't seen the original Roswell, you need to go watch it. The original one is, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It's amazing. It has Sherry Appleby and Jason Behr, and he is sexy. Like, even to this day, the man is in his 40s, and he is beautiful. Gorgeous man. You should really go look him up. Like I said, his name is Jason Behr. He's a very beautiful man. He's gorgeous. But, yeah, that's why I was really into Roswell, because, yeah, Jason Behr. I like Sherry Appleby too, but let's face it. When you read romance novels and you watch certain TV shows, you watch it for the romance and for the men. Because let's face it, we all love eye candy. It's true. Don't lie. You know it's true. Anyways, so then after Roswell, I got really into Twilight. Like, huge into Twilight. As you can see, I have them back here. Massive. Like my original Twilight book is so worn. Like, I read this book so many times. Like, I wrote my name in it and everything. So when I was waiting for Breaking Dawn to come out, I decided to, hey, let's check out fan fiction. And it was exactly what I needed. Oh my God. Do you know how many awesome books started out as Twilight fan fiction? Oh my God. I went on the internet and close to like 11 books were started out as Twilight fan fiction. 11 books. For starters, let's face it, 50 Shades of Grey, the book Wallbanger. I haven't read it, but I've heard great things, and I'm definitely going to read it. And Gabriel's Inferno started out as a fan fiction called University of Edward Mason. How awesome is that? I actually had no clue about that till I looked it up. I was like, that's awesome. No wonder I adore that book. God, I love that book. It means so much to me. But yeah, there are so many awesome fanfics out there. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy on what is the best fanfiction site. It's fanfiction.com. It just is. It is fanfiction.com. Always has been, always will be. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people are like, hey, yeah, Wattpad. I'm like, no, not Wattpad. I have checked out many different fanfiction sites, and no site has what fanfiction.com has. They have so many categories. They have so much selection. They have an awesome menu where you can like check off what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, what languages you want. It's amazing. For me, that will always be the #1 fanfiction site. Plus it's named FanFiction, though. Can't get any better than that, my friends. Some of my favorite fanfictions have to be a fanfiction called The Boy in the Red Sweater, which is, again, a Twilight fanfiction. The last time I checked on the update, they were taking it off the site because they were trying to get it published, which it was, oh my gosh, it was so good. It's about a girl and a guy. Well, obviously they're in high school, and this boy comes to the school, and only thing he wears is this raggedy old red sweater. But it turns out he came from an abusive household, and the only thing that gives him comfort is this red sweater, and he falls in love with Bella, and it's so cute, and I loved it so much. So, I don't know if it's on the site anymore, but if it is, you need to check it out. It's on fanfiction.com. It's called The Boy in the Red Sweater. It's amazing. It has, oh my God, it has so much intensity to it. It has so much meat to it, but yet it still has that fluffiness you need, but at the same time, it's got heart and it's got depth, and I love that. Love that. Oh my God, I love that. Another one I really, really liked was, I know this is a stupid title, but it's called My Life at College. Again, it's a Twilight fanfic, but it's also really, really good. It's about these characters that meet in college, and they fall in love in their journey through college and everything that happens to them. It's adorable. It's also on fanfic.com. You need to look it up. It's great. Now that one I know for a fact is still on there, and she's still making updates. So the story is still going. So if you want a good, fluffy fanfic, go to fanfic.com and look up My Life at College. It's great. I'm actually pretty sure that it's on its second one, I think. I don't know. I've read so many fanfics on that site, you have no idea. I always have like a 5-book rotation going in my Kindle, so if I get fed up with one book, I can just move to another. And sometimes if I just get really frustrated with the 5 books in my rotation, I'll just head over to fanfic and see what they have. Because sometimes you just want to go back to a story that you love, but you want it continued, so you go to fanfic. Another thing I love with fanfic is that you get the same characters and you get the same setting a lot of time, but you get different storylines, which I think is great, and even different universes. Some of my favorite fanfics are totally, completely different stories. They're just in the same setting with the same characters, which I love because you already know what the characters are like. You just want a different story, and you want things to end up differently. So, of course, you're going to read it. I mean, come on. Yeah. Now, I will admit it. I haven't read fanfic in a while, which I need to go back because, like I said, it's over. People don't give it enough credit. They really don't. It's so good. Another awesome thing about fanfic is would-be writers, a lot of time will put their work on there, and they'll ask for people to like edit it. and people will edit their work for free, and you can get feedback on it for free to see if it's worth publishing, what I think is great. Like, if I was a writer and I was looking for feedback on my book and I was looking for someone to edit my book, fanfic would be where I would start, because I would want honest opinion from people. And I couldn't necessarily give it to somebody I know, because let's face it, if I give it to them, they're gonna be like, hey, yeah, it's great, when it's really not. So if you want a good, honest opinion, fan fiction. What's great about fan fiction and fandom altogether, let's face it, it's fandom. Fandom is amazing. Fandom gives so much power to so many industries and so many stories, which is amazing. And fanfic is such a huge part of it, which I love. Which is also awesome is fan art. I love fan art. When I get really into a story, I like to just put the name in Google of the book and then put fan art after it and see what comes up. I love seeing the different illustrations and paintings and drawings that fans do of their favorite books. It's so cool. I have my degree in art, so I love that. I love that. It makes this happy fangirl ecstatic seeing fan art. One of my favorite fan art artists is Ruffles and Restraints. Yeah, Ruffles and Restraints. She's amazing. She has her own website where you can order some of her prints, which is awesome. I have my eye on this one, which is a 50 Shades of Grey one, where it's them with champagne in the teacup. Oh my God, I love it. It's my favorite. I've had my eye on that poster forever. I'm gonna get it, it will be mine, and it's gonna hang up in my apartment, and I'm gonna be so proud of it, and I'm gonna be like, hey, everyone, look at my 50 Shades of Grey fan art, it's amazing. I make no apologies for my fandom. None. Just none. I love it. I love every part of it. I just do. It just is who I am. All right, book nerds, that is lovely episode 7 about fan fiction. You need to head over to fanfiction.com and check out some of their stories. They have the best. I don't care what anyone says. Fanfiction.com is the bee's knees. Check it out, my friends, okay? And by the way, this is for you, Passion Flicks. Anyways, stay tuned on Tuesday, because I'm going to be talking about Royally Yours by Emma Chase. This book is so adorable. I love it. And I can't wait to talk about it with you, book nerds. Everyone have a great weekend. And I'm sorry my episode's late, but I can't wait to see you all on Tuesday. Stay safe. Bye, nerds.